If this is earth, I wonder how beautiful heaven is.
You are seeing Cape Town in its dormant winter state, but in the summer, this strip lights up and the world flocks here. There's also so much history here. This is where the first Dutch colonies docked when they came to Southern Africa. And if you know South African history and the slave history in the Cape, this is where it all started. So it has a very dynamic and complex history.
PFL, man, they've taken me so many places. I've been able to travel to so many different places. I think eventually I would have traveled here, but not on business, you know what I mean? So to be able to experience this, my little bro, my father, his family, and soak it all in, and still come in and have work, it's an honor, man. It's just a blessing, you know?
Insane. I haven't seen any other type of view like this, bro. It's just so beautiful out here. I can see the appeal and why people like to come out here. Truly an honor, you know, to headline this card. PFL Africa, let's go. Let's get it, bro.
The Portuguese were here before the Dutch colonies, and they found the indigenous people here, and they were called strandlopers, which were beach walkers, and they were the first people that they encountered right here on the strip. So this is the hub of where everything started for South Africa in its first colonization history. Yeah.
It's crazy. And you know, it's crazy because a lot of people don't really know that in Africa or in South Africa we have such beauty. You know, I realized that in my traveling, a lot of people don't know. They think that Africa is all villages and, you know, Khoisan people going everywhere, going, you know.
My fist literally is taking me all around the world. It's taking me to Saudi twice. It's taking me to Ireland. It's taking me here. Honestly, it took me to Thailand. I didn't fight in Thailand, but I went there to train. You know, eventually I think it's going to take me to probably Japan, you know, all across the world. And, you know, it's super cool and it's an honor to, you know, be here.
Even the algorithm in whatever, if you're trying to Google anything about Africa, it just shows you the worst part, the slums, you know, but you can't see any of this. And I was telling him that when I've traveled, you know, I've met a lot of people, they don't know. They can't believe when you tell them, no, we have such beauty. No, they just want to see the villages, you know.
Half the time you have to convince people that Africa is the spot. So more time if I say to people I'm always out here, they're like, why? And I have to say, you don't know. what do you know? It's crazy. So there's so much to see, and it's not even just South Africa, Rwanda, Kenya, Uganda. It's just, there's things you've never seen before, ever, even on TV, and you come out here and you're like, oh shit, it's all out here.
You know, is it a kind of a bummer for you that you don't get to see your man fight his last fight in New Orleans? Y'all fighting at the same time? Let's talk about that.
Heartbroken about that. Sucks I can't see DP fight his last fight. Also, we have the same cornerman, and I couldn't take him from him, so I got some different cornermen for this one.
Still a good vibe too.
Still a great vibe, still awesome, still feel right at home. I have good people around me, but yeah, man, we were really looking forward to going to Louisiana and watch him, you know, at his last dance, and unfortunately we can't, and we're fighting on the same day, but you know what?
He get to see you fight first.
He gets to see me fight first, and I get to see him fight. It's just gonna be over the TV, so it'll be fun.
Now, you've all heard of the name Cape of Good Hope. Cape of Good Hope. It was given by this gentleman, Bartholomew Diaz, because he arrived here in 1488. And when he came here, he was trying to get to the far east from Portugal in order to establish a sea route that was very important, the Spice Sea Route. When he arrived here, Bartholomew Diaz thought this was the Far East India. And so he went back to Portugal. But later it was discovered that he didn't get to India. He only got to here. So he gave the name the Cape of Good Hope. Good Hope meaning that if somebody could come as well and get to here, the Cape of Good Hope, he will be able to get to the Far East, places like India, Indonesia, and so forth. So in 1497, another Portuguese came here. His name was Vasco da Gama. He was able to proceed and finish where Bartholomew Diaz left. On the right there, you will see the monuments. They talk about the wars that South Africa participated during its history. One of those is the First and the Second World War. So basically where we are here, this whole area is called foreshore. Foreshore, which means it is land that was claimed from the ocean by the Dutch people. We're driving towards the road that divides Cape Town into half, and that road is called the Strand, which in Dutch means beach. So you will see where the beach was before the Dutch came here. Here for you.
Yeah, man, we are in the Greenmarket in Cape Town. This is the first time I'm here as well, so I'm learning a little bit of history about Cape Town. It's interesting for me as well as a South African, so yeah, this is good. I love it. PFL Africa, baby, taking over the world. Let's go.
Yeah, we're just taking the fighters on a couple, of the local tourist destination. This is one of the oldest markets, if not the oldest, in Cape Town. I think it was, my understanding, started in the 1600s, so some significant history.
Greenmarket Square. I guess this is like the oldest market down here in Cape Town. Pretty sick. Definitely gonna buy something. What are you gonna get, a kufi?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. How you know? Because he said that you can't get one, but I don't know what it is. It's a hat, right?
Yeah.
Reminds me of LA. Home sweet home, huh?
Hello, big boy. How are you? You good? You can be my models there. Everything is local made.
Local made, bamboo.
That's one thing I love about fighting is that I get to travel all around the world. I've got to see every part of my ethnicity background, from Russian to Middle Eastern. Like I've been to Saudi, I've been to Russia, I've been to Dublin. So I've literally been through all the historical places of my last name being McKee and Irish. Like I've literally experienced my full lifestyle. So little bro being third generation, it's cool for him to be able to kind of start young and experience his lifestyle as well.
So if by 1600s, the 1600s, if you're going to trade, you're going to a trading market, you're coming here. So it was established by the Dutch East India Company as a place where the travelers or people were arriving, like you did today. You arrive here, you want something to eat, you want medicines or whatever, you will come here. So it was established by the Dutch East India Company when they arrived here in 1652. And they formed this as a market where they would bring their produce from the Company Garden, which is a place that we pass through there. So they'll come here. Now, during about 12 o'clock, maybe you will hear a big bang from a place there up the mountain. It's called Signal Hill. That big bang, it was a cannon that was fired to announce that the people who are on top of the mountain, the sentinel, have seen a boat that's arriving to the city. Now, it announced to the farmers who were around here to say, if you have something to sell, produce from the farm, whatever, come to the market. And this was the place. Yeah. So today you can see it's completely different. It's now a craft. Yeah, it's a craft. Yeah, it's not green anymore because it's now a market for craft. You have people coming from all different places in Africa to sell their craft here. So that's what it is now.
This is a big step up, man, for South Africa, for Africa on its own. You know, this is a huge door and a huge opportunity for us African fighters, you know, and for the upcoming young African fighters, you know, to really explore on the big stages. You know, PFL is one of the biggest stages that I know, you know, up to date, and for it to be here, you know, it opens doors for, you know, and also, you know, gives a bigger vision in the MMA scene in South Africa and in Africa, you know, and we do have the talent, man, we do have the skills, we have the power, and, you know, Wakanda forever. So, you know, for PFL to be here in Africa is really, really exciting, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds, man. Let's go.